If you work on your plumbing system and have copper water pipes like this, sooner or later you may have to learn how to solder. Before we solder the pipe, we need to be sure the copper surfaces are clean. We use Emery cloth to clean both the outside of the pipe and the inside of the fitting. They also make a cleaning brush. The brush will last longer if you just turn it clockwise. To make the solder bond to the copper, we need to apply flux to both the pipe and the fitting. And now the fun part, the heat. The torch is made up of two parts, the fuel canister and the torch tip. This is a pretty basic torch tip that you'll find in the home center, and this has to be ignited manually with a spark ignition, and you'll notice it's a very small pencil tip. Now the hottest part of this flame is right at the tip of that inner blue flame. Now they also make this. This has a torch tip, but also has the spark ignition built in. Now this torch tip is bigger and it's a lot hotter. And it's really convenient if you're doing a lot of soldering. To make a proper solder connection, you apply heat to one side of the fitting. You want to keep that heat there long enough for all the flux to bubble. Once it has, you then want to apply the solder to the opposite side of the flame, and the heat will actually draw the solder to it. And then take the flame away. It's still liquid, the solder, and before it settles, give it a wipe. If you're working on old piping, you got to be sure that all the water is out of the pipe or the solder is never going to melt. The other thing is, if you're working around wood, it's always good to use this, a heat shield. You don't want to burn the house down.